Oh, I love it already. What's up, everyone? Welcome to a new video on the channel, and welcome to The Judge. I feel like this is gonna get old, because I'm gonna keep saying that, because it's just way too funny. Welcome to the Pontiac GTO, The Judge. And in today's video, this is a new car that's been added into the game. Of course, this car has been in previous titles before, because, I mean, it's an iconic car. The Pontiac GTO is it's an iconic car, you know what I mean? So, I've even had one of these as a model when I was a kid. I can't remember if it was a Hot Wheels car or if it was a Matchbox car, but I've had one of these in this paint scheme as well, and I loved it. I love the GTO. I think it's such a good looking old muscle car. So sick. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to be modifying it. I'm going to be racing it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably drag race this thing. I feel like it's wanting me to give it a stupid amount of power and take it really fast in a straight line. It leans a lot in the corners, as you can see. I think this is completely stock, but it leans a lot when you drive it, and that's the one thing that I absolutely love about this car. Look at where the tack is. How sick is that? I remember that the instant I got in this car, I was like, I know what that little bulge is at the front, and it's for that. It's so sick, man. It's so cool. I love it so much. But yeah, the Judge is a pretty nippy car. I mean, this was at a time when Pontiac was still making cars, first of all, but they were making some good ass cars back then. I love the GTO, man. Very cool. Well, what I want to do is, like I said, obviously go and build this thing up and try and do stuff to it. So 1969, what a time to be alive, am I right, guys? Not a single I don't think there's anybody that are watching my videos that is probably from 1969. Actually, that's a lie. I think someone joined my Discord that's around like this age, maybe a little bit younger actually, but they're around this age, and that's so sick to see that people born in that era that are watching my videos. That's very cool. So if you are, then thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the content. Anyway, the rest of you guys, I don't care. I'm joking. Okay, let's build the Judge. Let's see. What can we do to this thing? So visually, I feel like I don't want to change anything in it, because we're just gonna absolutely ruin it if we do end up changing it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then obviously the cowl and all that. I mean, I don't want to change it because it's got that iconic like Pontiac look where it's like basically a point in the front. It's perfect for what it is. I don't want to ruin what that's all about. So, like I said, since I want to build this thing for drag racing, I mean, I feel like we probably have just as many engine options available as we've had with some of the other cars. I don't know if I want to swap this engine over to something else. I kind of want to keep this engine and then just build off of it, even if we just supercharge it, and it's no longer, you know, a naturally aspirated car. 345s on the rear, look very sick. Big boy tires at the rear as well. And again, as soon as we put on our drag tire compound, this should have a lot of grip, and our launch should be good. I don't know why it's at 3.5 right now. It's probably because it just doesn't have the power, I think. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. The wheels themselves, I feel like they suit it quite a lot. Ideally, I don't want to change to something else. Even these ones don't even look that bad. Should we put some work wheels on this thing? I mean, those tires at the rear look insane. I wish, again, it's still something that I don't know why we haven't had the option to in this game. Let us change the front wheels to the rear wheels independently. Let us have different wheels from the front to the rear. I feel like it's not that hard of an option. I feel like when you go and you click this button here to select rims, you should be given the option here to pick rear wheels and front wheels. Why are we not allowed to do that? It's just not something that should be difficult to add into the game. I really don't think so. I'm gonna put these wheels on. I don't even know. I kind of like them. I just feel like it'll make the cars so much cooler if we're able to change our rim size separately. It's just, I don't know, man. Maybe just me. But this thing looks ridiculous already as it is. I really don't want to change the color. I think there's a blue with this car. I keep getting sidetracked. We'll get to that in a sec. I think there's a blue with this with this paint scheme as well, where it says "The Judge" written on the side of it. So pretty much buy everything else. I'm gonna buy race spec everything else. Like I said, I want to keep the stock engine in this thing because I know for a fact that with another engine, an upgraded engine, we can definitely get this thing to be faster. But or sorry, not upgraded engine. Like you could literally put a racing engine in this thing. I kind of don't want that. I want this thing to be close to original, but at the same time, there we go. My launch has changed now because it changed my gearbox, I'm pretty sure. But I want to keep the engine that's in it now. Okay, exhaust completely unchanged, I guess. Okay, that's nice. I mean, we're 675 horsepower. What are we? Basically at the top of A class. We could try keep it at the top of A class to see what this is like. I feel like we could squeeze out a little bit more power with this thing if we engine swap it. I mean, we put this engine in it. Yeah, there's a bunch of different. There's a bunch of different engines that we can slap into this thing to make it better. I definitely also don't want to make it all-wheel drive. I feel like that'll be kind of boring to do. Yeah, let's just give it a shot like this with 773 in A class, and we'll see what it's like. We'll see if it launches well and see what it's like to drive. I'll end up changing a couple of things as well with this thing, but for now, we'll keep it in A class like this, and we'll keep it on a short drag race as well, because I know for a fact that if we go to a really long one, it will lose, because all the cars in the long drag races have bad tires, but the best possible engine, you know, the one that has 1750 horsepower, which you can pick for this car as well, but you know what I mean. Anyway, right, let's lock the rear diff, and I'll be right back. Now for the design and paints, let's have a quick look here, see if I was right. Does it come in blue? Oh, it comes in loads of colors. But the blue one is the one that I remembered as well. That's very cool, especially this color. I like that. The green, not so much. This is the color I think that I was talking about. No, it's darker, isn't it? It's like this. Yeah, this is the one that I was talking about. All black. This looks really good in silver. Damn. All the paint colors for this, all the paint schemes for this thing are actually so sick. Except for the green. I'm not a big fan of the green. Now, like I said, I want to race this thing, do a bit of drag racing with it, see what it's like. So let's go into Rivals. We'll go on the festival strip, and we'll give this one a shot. I'm not going to be anywhere near like top 1000 or anything like that. I feel like I'm going to be way, way off. Like, what did I use to do this before? The Holden? Yeah. The Holden's like obvious that it was going to be very, very good. And I know it's going to be, like, I'm not going to be able to beat it in this thing. But I want to try it anyway, with the stock engine, and see what sort of time I can squeeze with this thing. See what the launch is like as well, because I kind of changed a couple of things on it, and I haven't actually tested the launch yet. We're probably gonna have to mess around with my gearbox a little bit, right? It's also launching rear-wheel drive too as well. Let's see. I mean, launching it is fine. I feel like I don't even need these tires on it to launch it like this. Yeah, it's just slow. It's just slow. I wanted to keep the standard engine, but I feel like it's a little bit pointless now to do that, right? But I just wanted to show you what it's like, regardless. Okay, I'm gonna engine swap this thing. Unfortunately, oh, that looks so sick. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to engine swap this thing to make it like at least somewhat competitive. But I wanted to show you what it's like with the standard engine or with the stock engine. Now we'll change it to something a little bit more extreme, and give it another go and see if we can still do the same times or a similar time. Alright, bit of a different engine this time. We're faster, as you can see. 755 horsepower. It also weighs less and it produces more torque. This is the LS that I put in it now. We have that engine swap available. I wanted to keep it in A-Class as well, for the main reason that I feel like these tires are going to be able to handle A-Class launches. I don't think if we go any higher, they'll be able to. So, that's why. Because I think if I go any higher into like S1 or something like that, we might have to swap over to all-wheel drive. And I don't really want to do that, because I feel like I'll kind of ruin the car. But now it's going to be significantly faster, hopefully. I don't think it's going to be as fast still as the Reliant, because those are very OP cars. So at the point where I am on this leaderboard in Rivals, you're constantly going to have the Reliance, and you're going to have some very interesting cars that are going to be very, very fast. And they're very niche cars, you know what I mean? Like, I need to get this to launch harder. I need to get this to launch so much harder. I was like, what, 18 seconds before? Well, I'm a little bit quicker now. A whole second quicker, but still not good enough. Like I said, you won't be able to beat any of the big boy cars there at all. Okay. What about S1? Should we do a bit of S1 racing? We'll try that, because I feel like that'll make it a little bit more oof, you know? So let's try a different engine again. We'll try the big boy, the 1750 horsepower one. We'll put that racing engine in it and see what it's like with that. Well, I went the blasphemous route and I put the biggest engine in it, and I also made it all-wheel drive, unfortunately, because I want to do a really good launch with this thing. Like, I want to set this thing off the line as fast as possible. Right, I'm gonna have to rebuild this whole car now. Well, the tune anyway. Right then, let's try it out with the very crap. Like 12.5 seconds is not a single hope in hell I'm doing that with this thing. It's still too heavy. It just doesn't have the oomph that some of the big boy cars have. But I still wanted to drag race this thing like this to see what it's like. Because I feel like people will complain if I don't. People will be like, "Oh, I can't believe you didn't max it out." That's what you sound like. Oh, the Nissan Tsuru is the one that's doing all these, so yeah, that's one. Nissan Tsuru. I mean, we're not even a second off, so I can't be that judgmental about it. I'm a little less than a second off. Okay. I need to get a better launch, and I'm also gonna go manual clutch as well. See if we can gain a bit of time back. Should be a little better. Let's try it like this. It is a little better. It's only 4 speed as well, and I did that on purpose, but should be a little less than a whole second now. There you go. I think that's 0.8 seconds. So it's quicker. We can squeeze it into the 0.7 seconds off my rival. Here, listen. All right, this isn't gonna be meta or anything like that. I just wanted to build this thing the way it is, like this, just because it's just really fun. One sec. Well, I'll try something. I want to see if this works. I went to try and get a pop-up wheelie as we were launching. That's actually quite good. Man, this thing has so much rear tire grip that I put all the power to go to the rear wheels and we barely lost any time. We can leave this thing as rear wheel drive, I think. And, one sec, I want to try that now. I want to try to see if I can just keep this thing rear wheel drive. Because right now, I made, like I said, 100% of the power to go to the rear wheels, but this is still all wheel drive and it has the system, so we can try and get it to be a little bit lighter. I want to try to get this thing to pop a wheelie. I think it'd be kind of fun. Well, a wheelie from launch anyway. I don't want to like bounce it up and down to do it. Alright, let's see if it's able to do it. Trying to warm up those rear tires. Alright, I'm ready. I don't think it can. I don't think it can. It just spins. Even with launch control or without launch control. Ah, it's like the tiniest little lift. It's like such a small lift. That was sick. That was just funny. Yeah, I think I might have to leave it there. It won't pop a wheelie, man. That's what I really wanted for it to happen. And yes, I know the anti-lag's annoying. And it is annoying for me as well, except apparently it helps with my launch a little bit more if I do it, so that's why. It really is so close to popping a wheelie. I think if I bounce it, it will. No, it won't. Wow. I'm kind of disappointed that I can't wheelie. Anyway, I'll leave it there. That's the judge for you. hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Yeah, I think it's a fun car. I think it's one of the best looking muscle cars of all time, in my opinion. I think the Dodge Charger just takes it, but I think this is one of the best looking muscle cars of all time. So you can fight me on it if you disagree. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.